Top Gun: Maverick 2022. After more than 30 years of service, Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell, played by Tom Cruise, remains one of the Navy's finest aviators. He refuses promotions that would ground him, choosing instead to test the limits of speed and courage. At a classified base, Maverick pushes a hypersonic aircraft to Mach 10, defying orders to shut it down. The daring flight ends in destruction, but his reputation saves him from dismissal. Instead, he is reassigned to the prestigious Top Gun program, where a new generation of elite pilots awaits training for a dangerous, near-impossible mission that demands sacrifice and precision. Admiral Tom "Iceman" Kazansky, portrayed by Val Kilmer, now commands the Pacific Fleet and assigns Maverick to prepare 12 Top Gun graduates for a covert strike mission. The target is a heavily fortified uranium enrichment plant hidden in enemy territory, protected by mountains and advanced surface-to-air missiles. Maverick quickly learns the mission's difficulty exceeds expectations. The pilots must fly low through a narrow canyon, evade radar detection, and deliver precision bombs within seconds. The margin for error is almost zero. Maverick understands that survival is uncertain, but he accepts the responsibility to guide them through relentless preparation. Among the trainees is Lieutenant Bradley "Rooster" Bradshaw, played by Miles Teller, the son of Maverick's late best friend Goose. Rooster carries resentment, believing Maverick stalled his naval career out of guilt and overprotection. Their tension creates emotional friction during training sessions. Maverick struggles with memories of Goose's fatal accident decades earlier. He fears losing Rooster the same way. Despite professional discipline, personal history clouds judgment. Rooster seeks independence and respect, determined to prove himself worthy without Maverick's shadow. Their unresolved past becomes as challenging as the mission itself, threatening unity. Within the squad, training intensifies as Maverick pushes the young aviators beyond standard limits. He demonstrates impossible maneuvers himself, flying the course to prove it can be done. The pilots, Hangman, Phoenix, Bob, Payback, and others, compete fiercely, each striving to be chosen for the final strike team. Maverick emphasizes teamwork over ego, warning them that arrogance will get them killed. Grueling simulations, high-speed canyon runs, and punishing G-forces test endurance and trust. Slowly, the squad transforms from individual hotshots into a coordinated unit. Maverick watches closely, balancing strict authority with silent care, especially when Rooster's life is at stake. Outside the base, Maverick reconnects with Penny Benjamin, portrayed by Jennifer Connelly, a former flame who now runs a seaside bar near the naval station. Their relationship rekindles with warmth and vulnerability. Penny understands Maverick's fear of commitment and his devotion to flying. She challenges him to confront his emotional barriers. Through quiet conversations and shared memories, Maverick reveals his doubts about training Rooster. Penny encourages him to trust the young pilots and release the burden of guilt. Their romance offers Maverick a sense of grounding before the storm of battle approaches. As the final selection approaches, tragedy strikes when Iceman's health declines. Maverick visits him in a deeply emotional meeting. Iceman reminds Maverick that the Navy needs him not just for skill, but for heart. Shortly after, Iceman passes away, leaving Maverick without his lifelong rival and friend. The loss weighs heavily on him. Soon after, Maverick is removed as mission leader for being too emotionally invested in Rooster's safety. However, unwilling to let the team fail, Maverick steals a jet and executes the entire mission route flawlessly, proving it is achievable. Command reinstates him as strike leader. The strike team launches from an aircraft carrier at dawn. Flying F/A-18 Super Hornets, they descend into the treacherous canyon. Radar alarms scream as missiles fire from hidden launchers. Maverick leads with steady precision, guiding them through sharp turns and near-vertical climbs. Rooster follows closely behind. They successfully destroy the uranium facility, but enemy fifth-generation fighters pursue them during escape. In the chaos, Rooster is shot down after saving Maverick from a missile. Believing Rooster dead, Maverick makes a reckless decision to return, risking everything to rescue him from hostile territory. On the ground, Maverick finds Rooster alive but stranded. Enemy forces close in. Together, they reach an abandoned airfield containing an old F-14 Tomcat. Despite its outdated systems, Maverick pilots the jet with classic skill while Rooster operates weapons. They barely manage to take off under enemy fire. In an intense aerial dogfight, Maverick and Rooster defeat multiple advanced fighters using teamwork and daring improvisation. Just as fuel runs critically low, Hangman arrives in a Super Hornet to provide cover, saving them from certain destruction. The mission's success now depends on surviving the return flight. Back aboard the carrier, the crew anxiously watches radar screens. When the surviving jets land safely, celebration erupts across the deck. Rooster and Maverick share a silent moment of understanding. Their bitterness dissolves into respect and reconciliation. Maverick acknowledges Rooster's courage and growth, finally letting go of the guilt that haunted him for decades. The squad recognizes Maverick not just as a legendary pilot, but as a mentor who shaped them into a team capable of the impossible. The mission stands as proof that experience and youth, when united, can overcome overwhelming odds. In the closing scenes, Maverick chooses to remain true to himself. He repairs his old P-51 Mustang and flies freely once more, embracing the sky without fear. Rooster visits, and together they share laughter and closure. Penny watches as Maverick takes flight, symbolizing freedom and renewal. The legacy of Top Gun continues, carried forward by a new generation inspired by Maverick's courage. The film ends not with farewell, but with possibility, honoring the past while soaring boldly into the future, proving that some pilots are never meant to stop flying.